Many consider this to be the greatest moment in Loyola lacrosse history. Last year, in the game against Syracuse in Baltimore in overtime, attackman Kevin Beach, who had scored 5 times, made a move on Syracuse defender Pat Kugavan. Kugavan put him down, but Beach got his own rebound and batted it by Chris Saran to give Loyola its first and only win over Syracuse. The Loyola loss would be Syracuse's final loss of last season. They went on to win the national championship. And this year, led by a new cast of characters, the Orangemen are 8-1. In their last 3 games, they have scored over 20 goals in each of them. Super Sports, a production of Adelphia Cable Communications, presents NCAA Lacrosse. And tonight, it's the #1 and undefeated Greyhounds of Loyola from Maryland and the #3 once beaten Syracuse Orangemen. As usual, we're under the dome, the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, and this will be the first ever indoors game for Loyola. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dave Cohen. Make no mistake about it, Loyola may be undefeated. They're ranked #1, but they are definitely the underdogs in this game tonight. And working with me tonight, the man who won the Most Valuable Player award in the recent indoor championship, an 8-goal performance for the Philadelphia Wings. Welcome back, Paul Gate. And Paul, you remember playing against Loyola for the national championship game, but there was a fight between the two schools before the game even began.
Well, it was a very intense situation. Both teams felt that they wanted to go out there and play hard and win the game. Obviously, we had the slight advantage, and the other team didn't like some of the comments that one of our players had made, so it got a little intense and a fight broke out.
That was back in 1990. Syracuse won the national championship that year. They are the defending national champions. But do you feel that perhaps the team thinks they're not getting the respect quite due them, being voted #3 in the poll while Loyola is #1?
Well, I think Syracuse feels that they're playing at the top of their game right now, and they're going to go out there and try and prove tonight that they should be #1.
Would Roy Simmons use that as a motivating factor? You know him.
Yeah, I think Roy's going to have something to say about that tonight.
Let's take a look at the poll because, as we said, Syracuse not only is not at the top, Princeton is actually ranked #2.
Well, Princeton's gone out and have had a great year this year, only losing 1 game this year, so they're right there with Syracuse, and I think between Princeton, Loyola, and Syracuse, they're all very close.
Well, in the seasons to date for these two schools, Loyola has had a couple of close contests, but they have played 6 games at home, whereas Syracuse has only had a couple of home games prior to tonight, and the closest games against North Carolina and Towson State, the traditional opponents.
Yeah, so both those teams are obviously, top 5, top 10 in the country, and those are the ones you always expect to have close games against, and as you can see, it happened.
Syracuse hasn't been tested since the Brown game a couple of weeks ago, and they've been allowing quite a number of goals this season. Alex Rozier, the goalie, is he not getting quite the defensive support we're accustomed to seeing?
Well, I think Syracuse plays a fast-paced game, and anytime you go out and take risks on the offensive end, you're going to leave yourself susceptible for offensive shots by the other team. So I think, anytime that happens, the goalie's going to see a lot of shots.
And Tim McGeaney, the very highly regarded goalie for the Greyhounds of Loyola, and they say that he is the main man for them, and we'll get a look at him in action. We'll be back with the starting lineups in the opening face-off right after this. Under the Carrier Dome, the first indoor game in Loyola lacrosse history, and we'll touch on some of the problems they may encounter with that as we check out the starting lineups in tonight's game. First up for Loyola on the attack, Sean Heffernan, the leading assist man. Derek Radabaugh, he's the leading goal maker, and Kevin Lutz. The midfield, Zach Thornton, Del Halliday, Brian Baxo. The face-off man is Matt Dwan. He's one of them on defense. Brendan Fry, Jason Foley, Bill Wilson, and in the goal, the junior Tim McGeaney. That's the starting lineup, and there is Dave Cottle, the coach at Loyola, 12 years, and still looks like a young guy on the sideline, assisted by Dave Pietromala and Bill Durgill, a former Hopkins player and a former Syracuse. And on the attack, Casey Donegan, Matt Doyle, and Jim Morrissey. The midfield, the powerful Syracuse midfield, Colsley, Lockwood, and Dom Finn. Dave Signor is the face-off man. On defense, Smith, Schmid, and Rick Beardsley, and Alex Rozier, junior college transfer from Herkimer, where they won the JC National Championship. In goal this season for Syracuse. Signor is out to take the face-off for Syracuse. As you look at Roy Simmons Jr. on the sideline, and his very able assistant, John Desco. Syracuse in white. We have a violation on the face-off. And the ball will belong to Loyola. So we'll see Loyola on the attack for the first time. Let's look at Tim McGeaney, the goalie. And Loyola has the ball in Syracuse's end of the field. Syracuse is a run and gun team. Loyola figures to be a little bit more patient. The Greyhounds in green with white trim. Operating outside. Number 3 is Sean Heffernan. And on the pop out now, that's Brian Baxo. Makes the move on the defense, gets the angle, fires wide. Backed up on the play by Heffernan. And so Loyola will keep it on the first shot of the game.
I think they're very happy to get the first shot off. That's always a good feeling when you go out there and get the ball and get a shot off first.
Zach Thornton, number 24, coming over to set a pick. And Heffernan goes off the pick. He is not double teamed. Played by Chad Smith, who comes way out, stays with him. Now here are the two matched up again, Heffernan and Smith. Heffernan holding on for a long time, now sending way outside. He goes to Thornton. Thornton checked a couple of times. Good foot speed. And what's the call? No goal, no shot. We have a violation and a ward off. And Syracuse will get the ball off the good defensive effort by Christian Fitopoulos with a big stick. Now we come back to action. Syracuse man down, lost the stick. We have a delayed whistle coming up. A loose ball push. Syracuse will retain possession.
Look for Syracuse to pass the ball around here and work for a good shot inside.
This is Roy Colsey, the midfielder, in his second year with the Orangemen. Colsey, a couple of quick fakes. Dom Finn is open, and now they send it in his direction. What about the defense? Is it man-to-man?
Yeah, it looks like Loyola is starting off man-to-man, which could hurt them, I feel, in the long run.
It's like a clear out there momentarily for Finn. He's trying to work free. Good defensive effort, not a very strong shot. And Loyola very determined defensively on it, and they have it, and they come in transition now. Up the sideline for Loyola, that was Mark Murphy. Now he hung his stick. Colsey blocked it. Second shot, saved Rozier. Rozier with the outlet. Here comes Syracuse the other way now.
Great effort by Roy Colsey to get back on that one.
On Schmidt feeding even with the crease. Syracuse will back it off. You can see how aggressive Loyola is defensively. It's man for man, and they're able to prevent Syracuse from doing what they want to do.
Syracuse really needs to get a team offense going here. So far we've seen two guys go one-on-one and haven't been successful.
Here's Colsey. He may be the third to try it with a left hand. That was deflected before it reached the goalie McGeaney. And here come the Greyhounds on the move. Matt Dwan in the middle now. Del Holliday from British Columbia feeds the crease and a save by Rozier way up in the air.
Again, you see Loyola getting another fast break off the one-on-one offense by Syracuse.
Smith ahead now to Colsey in transition. Loyola does a good job to get back. They have the numbers, not Syracuse.
We need to make.
Was that a pass or a shot?
That was actually a pass, and they need to make some better passes than that.
Dave Cottle a little bit more animated than Roy Simmons.
Dave Cottle is considered one of the best coaches in the country right now. He's brought this team a long way.
Now Syracuse putting pressure on with a ride. A triple team coming, and it works. The Orangemen take it away. That time the attack got the ball back. Lockwood misplays it. Charlie Lockwood wearing black shoes tonight. Fakes left, goes right. Can he get an angle? He went in the crease after the shot, a violation.
So far, Syracuse has tried to take it right at him one-on-one each time. I think we need to see some team offense here.
We've not seen the crisp passing game. And this Loyola defense, very impressive in the early going. A redirect to the goalie, who fakes left and he throws right. Brendan Fry, number 8, handles, eludes a check. He'll bring it across midfield with a big stick. Stepping off is Eamon McCormick. And coming on for the first time in the game is Jason Foley. Now they work it from behind. Radabaugh. He'll dodge to the cage. Now he passes outside. That's Mark O'Brien. A lot of players being used in the early going by Cottle and Loyola. 0-0. What a contrast to the last game we had here when Syracuse scored twice in the opening half minute against Hobart. This is going to be a real thinking man's game.
Well, they're going to go out and slow it down here, I think. And as you can see, they're going to go one-on-one and then pass the ball off.
Heffernan challenged by Hans Schmid. The ball came free, but Heffernan got it back. Now up top for a shot. And a save, the second by Rozier. He has looked very crisp and sharp in the early going. Now Syracuse coming back with it. We've played nearly 5 minutes and we have no score. A couple of great saves by Rozier.
That was great. He was reading the man's shoulders the whole way, and he saw that the man was going to shoot low and went down before the ball even got there.
It's easy to spot Matt Doyle. He wears the brace on his leg, number 29. The blue brace. Nice change of direction move there made by Mark Fietta. And there's a shot that's wide, backed up by Syracuse.
Charlie looking to use that great outside shot that he has.
Here's an opportunity, and McGeaney, the rebound is put in. Paul Sullivan got the rebound. Just like a basketball player, he followed up his shot.
Yeah, that was great anticipation there. As you can see, once the shot was taken, the Loyola defensemen just kind of turned their backs on the attackman, and there he was right in front of the net.
That's the 4th goal of the year for Paul Sullivan. And at the 9:41 mark, we have a score, the first score of this game. Tough face-off. And possession finally goes to Loyola. It was the face-off man who eventually came up with it. Now here comes Loyola down 1-0. Brendan Fry. Zach Thornton took the face-off and came up with a loose ball. 1-0 Syracuse. Thornton stays on. He's 24. Back he goes, and now they direct it behind the cage, and they'll come out on the near side. That's Derek Radabaugh. Can't get the angle for the shot, and the crowd loves the defense. Thornton now going off the high pick. Thornton is picked up, however. He works in for a shot, deflected by the defensive Schmid, off of his stick and out of bounds. Loyola keeps it.
Good solid defense by Syracuse there to keep Loyola from having a good shot.
Mike Wittick in on the defense that time, and he stays on now. Here's Heffernan matched up with Chad Schmid. Syracuse gets Toby Price in the game for the first time. Defensive midi. Bad pass by Loyola. Can they get it? No.
Again, Syracuse's defense forcing the bad pass, and Syracuse will have the ball.
Very rare to see a defensive struggle here in the Carrier Dome, but that's what this one has been. Hans Schmid goes cross field. Wow, what accuracy on that long pass of about 50 yards.
Makes it clear easy when you can make a pass like that.
They couldn't do that in the old days quite like that.
No, they
must be the sticks. Here's Finn. He got an alley. They took away the angle. Quick stick goal. Casey Donegan off the feed from behind from Don Finn.
That was a great feed, and that's the kind of feed that I think Syracuse needs to use more. As you can see here, they pass right out in front, and he's wide open for the shot.
That was a real good angle because he just drifted away. The defense had their back turned. They couldn't see where he was moving.
It was a good choice by Dom Finn to give that one up. He had no angle on the shot and saw Casey Donegan open in the middle.
Dom Finn with a high assist total this year. That's his 10th. 15 goals, too. So he's a different player this year in that regard. Scooped up and lost. And regained by Colsey. Syracuse 2, Loyola nothing. Remember, Loyola is undefeated and ranked number 1. We're in the first quarter. 8 minutes to go. Dave Cohen along with Paul Gate. MVP in the recent Major Indoor Lacrosse League Championship game with 8 goals. It's Philadelphia down Buffalo. Donegan again from behind.
Syracuse likes to draw and dump offense. As you can see, they'll try and draw a two-man and pass it to the open man.
Colsey spins free and scores. Roy Colsey with a bouncing shot to put the Orangemen up 3-0 on the Greyhounds.
Great individual effort by Roy here. He's probably the best one-on-one man Syracuse has.
Oh, he went left, he went right, he came back left. Look at it.
And he put it right off the hip, right just above the knee, and that's where you got to put it if you're going to score those shots.
He beat Matt Dwan, and after that third goal, Loyola wants a timeout. Now, as Dave Cottle talks it over, we'll tell you that the next action we'll have from you from Super Sports, the UMass Minutemen and the Syracuse Orangemen. UMass always a tough opponent for Syracuse, especially in Amherst. Let's go back and look at the last goal. Roy Colsey. Does he know where he's going to shoot from before he gets?
Actually, I think he's going to take the shot as soon as he gets the opportunity. As you can see, once he made that one roll, he had a shot about 12 yards out, and he took it.
Do you know where you're going to aim for, or do you just let it go?
Well, when in practice, you go out and you aim for certain spots of the net, and you don't have to think in the game because you practice so much. So he went out and just shot at the net, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to go where you practice shooting.
What about the fact that Loyola is playing for the first time indoors? How is it a factor, the sight lines especially?
I think it's tough for the goalies to see the ball off the bleachers, being gray like that. The ball tends to blend in. So I think it's probably more difficult for the goalies than anybody else.
Brian Baxo is out now to take the face-off for Loyola. They're down 3-0. The Orangemen have scored on their last 3 shots. Violation against Dave Signor of Syracuse. So Loyola gets it for the second time in the game. And Baxo goes right from the standing start. Stop and go. No shot, however. This is Lutz. Around the crease, tried to dive, and he ended up in the crease. Alex Rozier agrees with the call.
Syracuse defense seems to be packing in nice and tight, forcing Loyola to either go one-on-one, and then the double team's going to be there, and it doesn't leave much angle for a good shot. Mark
Fietta now in the open field against the retreating Brian Duffy. Fietta trying to blow by Duffy. He works his way free with a couple of spin moves, then loses it. It's in dangerous territory, and Syracuse is going to get to it. Signor runs it down, and he knocked it off the chest of the Loyola player. So Syracuse keeps it. Does Roy say very much on the sidelines during the game?
When you're up 3-0, Roy doesn't have as much to say. When it's a tight game and the refs make a bad call, he'll have a whole lot to say. And he's just nice and calm at this point. It's early in the game.
To feed the crease, Donegan. Always looks like the strong silent type on the sideline, though, from here.
Yeah. You'll see John Desko get unrattled sometimes.
Now Dom Finn handles it. Rob Kavovit, number 15, is in the game. He's Syracuse's leading assist man. Here's Charlie Lockwood. Played basketball as a walk-on this year. Shot it high. That wasn't really his cannon shot.
That was a shot on the run. You see when Charlie plants up, he'll really see some power on the shot.
Syracuse maintaining possession. This is Kavovit. Nice addition to this year's team. Dom Finn mishandles on the sideline, but Loyola loses again.
Dom Finn not really paying attention to the defensive man moving up on him that time.
Syracuse dominating the time of possession in the second half of this first quarter. Morrissey and now Fietta. Fietta had his shot blocked. Syracuse came away with it. It's Lockwood behind the back. A couple of flags fly.
It's a great effort by Charlie to get that shot off. surrounded by several Loyola defensemen. Charlie picks up the loose ball. He's surrounded by 2 defensemen there. Great effort to get that shot off as a third man comes towards him.
Paul Gay, when you're playing for Syracuse, do you have carte blanche to take that kind of shot?
That's the one advantage you do have playing at Syracuse. If you can get a shot off any way you can, you're allowed to do it.
Do you have to prove yourself first in practice?
Of course, I think that happens on every team, but they will allow you to do it in a game, which is kind of nice.
Colsey missed the one-time attempt off the feed from Lockwood. Dave Cottle saying something about Amon, one of his players. It's Amon McCormick. And here is Duffy coming up the sideline. Brian Duffy, sophomore from right here in Syracuse out of West Genesee High School. One of 2 players on this Loyola team from the Syracuse area.
Loyola feels that they have 2 strong midfield lines, 2 or more strong midfield lines actually, so you'll see a bunch of different players come in today.
Bill Wilson, the defenseman, the other local player. There's a shot that's wide. So Loyola has now gone 10 minutes of this game without beating Alex Rozier. Mfon Udo is in the game for the first time. Mfon Udo, he spells his name M-F-O-N. 3-0 Syracuse.
Syracuse again using a tight formation on that defensive end.
Is it man-to-man? Is it a packed-in zone?
It's almost a little bit of both. It's a man-to-man with the off-man slagging into the middle.
Well, so far it's worked. Loyola hasn't been able to figure it out. Here's a switch and a shot and another save for Rozier. The outlet to Finn. He's got Schmidt open on the right. Smith, that is. Finn gives it up. Shot, save. Beautiful job.
A great feed by Dom Finn there. To see the open man. You see he drew 2 men and then dished the ball off. That's what they're looking to do.
Stop the shot of Doyle. Now let's see if Loyola can rally after that fine stop on the other end.
Syracuse defense just seemed to be getting there before they get the shot off and interrupting the shot path.
There goes Duffy behind the crease. Gives it up there to Heffernan. Colsey's on him. Colsey has the height advantage on Heffernan, little guy. Heffernan controlling the ball like the point guard for Loyola. 3.5 to go first quarter, 3-0 Syracuse. A couple of wrap check attempts, the ball comes free. It'll be Syracuse ball.
And again, good pressure there by Roy Colsley. He's all over Heffernan.
Hans Schmidt will begin the play on the sideline. He'll send it right into the middle of the field. Fieta gets it downfield to Eisenberg, number 7.
You can see Loyola has really spread their defense out. They're going right out on the Syracuse players. That allows the Syracuse players to go one-on-one much easier.
Brian Volpe, number 40, defending. They creep it in close for the score. Eisenberg camped out, and he gets the goal. Syracuse 4 and Loyola nothing.
Just another great goal, and as you can see here, he's going to throw it right into a bunch of people, and they just weren't ready for it.
So twice now, Paul, Syracuse has passed from behind the cage in front to score.
I think the defense tends to be watching the ball and not where their men are, and as you can see, the Syracuse man got loose there.
Syracuse wins the faceoff again. That time the faceoff man was Jody Ferguson. Now Zach Thornton feeds the crease, and there's the first goal of the game by Matt Dwan. Unsettled situation. Loyola gets on the scoreboard. It's now a 4-1 game. 2:40 to go, first quarter.
This is just a transition goal here where all the defense are trying to get back in the hole, and unfortunately, you can't always get there in time.
Zach Thornton beating Fietta to get the pass away, and Dwan gets the goal.
Dwan is considered one of their best midfield defenders on the team, and as you can see, he's also an offensive force as well.
Signer for Syracuse, Baxo for Loyola on the face. Yet another violation.
Syracuse seems to be having a tough time reading these refs here, either going early or they're positioning their hands in an illegal position.
Baxo still controls. Now Heffernan. Beardsley is the defender, number 47. Good double team there to take away the dodge attempt. Here's Baxo again. Good pressure, but Loyola keeps it.
Very difficult to get a good shot off when you have a defensive man right on your lower arm. That's what the defense are trying to do, and you almost shouldn't be taking that shot.
Do you ever have a set play when you bring the ball in from that spot on the field?
Yeah, different teams have set plays for all kinds of spots all over the field.
That time we had a violation away from the ball. In the midfield area, careless pass, and Loyola takes it back. And they still have it. Goal now gets Loyola back in the game somewhat. Mfon Udo now. He'll start the play from the corner virtually. And we have an illegal procedure in the bench area.
Looks like one of the Loyola players, how they came on earlier, they're offside.
Coach Dave Cottle not too happy about an overzealous move. Syracuse 4, Loyola 1. The Orangemen have had numerous face-off violations. Loyola twice losing the ball in the offensive end. 9 violations. Donegan, number 1. Against Wilson. He got knocked in the crease. That's a legal defensive move. And the ball will go over to Loyola.
Good defense there. He basically closed down the lane. As you can see, he tries to take the inside position here, and the defenseman just pushes him out into the crease. Good play by the defense.
Now McGeaney will pass it along the right side, and Syracuse will apply a ride. Pressure like a full court press. Now Zach Thornton legs it across. He'll be picked up by Lockwood, number 22. Put the body on him. Slowed him down a bit. Under a minute to go in the first period. Syracuse leading at 4-1. Mfon Udo back to Zach Thornton. Now Loyola clears out to allow Thornton to go one-on-one. Lockwood wants to know who's helping him, right?
Yeah, well, when you set up to go one-on-one behind, you can almost expect the Syracuse defenseman to slide from the middle, so look for them to look for a feed here into the middle somewhere.
Great play by the defense.
And again, you can see the double team came. Took the ball away.
Schmidt made it. Dom Finn mishandled it. Saved by Donegan to Finn. Crowd rising to their feet as Lockwood scores.
Very difficult to stop Syracuse when they get on a transition break like that.
The crowd was rising, anticipating something as a result of the great save by Donegan on the sideline. And now they're going to wipe out that goal, I think because of a violation in the bench area.
It looked to be an offsides is I think what the call was.
A spectacular team effort. Play resumes, 4-1 Syracuse. Final seconds of the first quarter. And that's it. Syracuse has a 4-1 lead after one. Alex Rozier was as good as you could expect any goalie to be in that first quarter. We'll be back right after this. We're back with you in the second quarter in the Carrier Dome. Dave Cohen and former All-American, now professional MVP, Paul Gate. Syracuse dominating in the first quarter. They actually scored a fifth goal, but it was taken away because of a violation. There's the way it sounded. The whistle did precede the shot by Charlie Lockwood, apparently an offside. The call. So the score remains 4-1 now. Syracuse leading Loyola. Undefeated Loyola, ranked number 1. Second quarter, the teams go in opposite directions. Zach Thornton and Dave Signer. Pair number 24 is out there to take the face, and it is won by Loyola. Quickly they come back. It's Thornton, number 24. Heffernan. He's easy to spot. He wears the red high tops. Now Lutz comes on. Ryan Baxo is number 9. 14 is Del Halliday. Here's Baxo switching hands. Quick stick, and Rozier was up high to meet it.
That was a great save by Rozier.
Now the defenseman Schmidt with a big stick. Fires, and it's just deflected wide, but backed up by Syracuse. Kavovit closest to it. The shots were fairly close. So were all the other stats, for that matter.
Syracuse just playing better defense and the goalie coming up big.
Syracuse got better shots.
A lot of the Syracuse's shots were wide open or undefended, whereas Loyola had a problem with the Syracuse defenseman being right on him each shot.
Man, Lockwood fired that one, and it carried all the way to the far sideline on the fly. We're a minute into the second quarter. It's a 4-1 Syracuse lead. It's a cool night. Very comfortable, excellent playing conditions here in the Dome.
There's always great conditions in the Carrier Dome for any lacrosse game. As you're coming from Loyola, I'm sure they had some games this year outside in the snow. So
Donegan, Casey Donegan, number 1. Now Charlie Lockwood. The cutter there is Fietta, still with it. Donegan and Kavovit in close. Fietta dribbled it and lost it. And it goes out of bounds, but last touched, however, by Loyola.
I think that time he was paying more attention to where he wanted to pass the ball than what the defenseman was doing. Getting the opportunity to strip the ball.
You hear the goalie calling out defensive assignments. Nice takeaway, but regained by Paul Sullivan. He has one of the 4 Syracuse goals. Sullivan gives it up. Kavovit now trying to back his man down. Lost from behind by Doyle. McGeeney's going to go back to put it in play.
Again, Syracuse applying good pressure there on the corner. No double team coming from Loyola, surprisingly.
In the midfield area, Syracuse intercepts. Lockwood. Doyle. Goal, Syracuse. Matt Doyle scores.
Again, here Charlie just picks off the ball and sees the wide open man in the middle. Just takes a great shot off the hip, and I think Syracuse was just in the right position at that point.
His 23rd goal of the year for Matt Doyle.
Syracuse is always looking for those transition goals, and again, once they pick the ball off in the middle and start coming down on a 3-on-2 or a 4-on-3.
Baxo and Ferguson, in that time, the violation committed by Jody Ferguson. So they have not mastered the face-off technique, according to these officials. Here's Duffy. Tried to feed Thornton, lost it in the crowd, and missing Baxo at point-blank range. Loyola cannot afford to do that.
they're having a tough time shooting today, I think, and you can tell that a lot of their shots are going wide of the net, not even hitting the goalie.
Oh, that one hit Rozier.
It's a good save.
Duffy. And now Smith on the outlet. Overshot Colsey in midfield. Picked up by Thornton, and now Empfon Udo, number 32, to Heffernan. Heffernan behind. The other wing. Jump shot score. Baxo gets the jump shot goal as they reverse the ball to the off wing, and the second goal of the game for Loyola.
As you can see here, it's a good feed, but it appears to be a screenshot over top of the defensive players. There it is there, screened by Rick Beardsley there in front. Very difficult for the goalie to pick up the ball. Screenshots are probably one of the most difficult shots to save for a goalie. You don't see them until the last minute.
Now let's see if we can see exactly what Syracuse is doing or not doing right on these faceoffs. That time, no violation. Ferguson thrown to the turf, and Dwan has it for Loyola.
Again, Loyola, the wingmen are just getting in there first on that one.
Colsey took it away, but we get a flag.
I believe they're going to call a slash or a wrap check here.
What makes this illegal?
Again, he held him right around with that stick. You're not allowed to bring the stick in front of his body and withhold him from moving forward. It's a great check if you can just get stick and release the ball out of the player's stick, but unfortunately, if you hold him, it's a penalty.
Looked like he had the glove hand around him too momentarily. It's a 1-minute penalty for Roy Colsey. He got called for 2 30-second penalties. The hold and an unsportsmanlike on top of it.
I guess he didn't agree with the call.
No. Alex Rozier now facing his first extra man opportunity. The goal here makes this a ball game again. It's still early, 5-2. Very patient is Loyola, and they get the goal. That's Derek Radabaugh. It is now a 5-3 game. And we have lots of time to go in this first half, 11 minutes.
Loyola just trying to feed the crease man. And again, the Syracuse player missing the check is all that happened. Got the check right on top of the shoulder, missed the stick. Loyola was able to put it in.
Ferguson, oh, he went down hard. Thornton, the opposing faceoff man. Ferguson's okay. Here comes Lockwood. Bounce that one in front of the cage, and it bounced over everything. Paul Sullivan backing up.
Charlie Lockwood trying to use his speed there just to outrun the defenseman.
Now Kavovit being defended by Brian Volpe. Double team. Nice job. They came from the blind side with the double team. And Brendan Fry took it away. Now here comes Thornton. Loyola looking to pull within one. Radabaugh to Heffernan. Save, rebound, kicked away. Rozier's best game of the year.
It's another great save. As you can see, he knew that the man was shooting low and went down to, as you can see, he was on his knees already. He's reading these shooters very well today.
Notice some excited assistant coaches on the Loyola bench. Dave Pietromala, the great defender in Hopkins, had to be restrained. And there's Bill Durgel, the former, what'd you call him? Face-off, get-off man for Syracuse?
Very good face-off man here at Syracuse.
What about the second part of that? Get-off?
Strictly a face-off man at Syracuse.
As in get off the field.
Didn't see much of the offensive field.
Very intense. 5-3 game. Syracuse in the lead. Loyola looking to cut the margin to 1. Rozier saved it with his leg, and he deflected that one, I think, with his stick.
Two great saves. As you can see, Loyola is just shooting low, and he's ready for it. He's down on his knees. He's down in a crouched position. So he's able to stop those shots with his legs, and as you can see, it just happened twice there.
Now Duffy has it. Quick stick, and another save by Rozier. The outlet to Lockwood. Now you'll see his speed with Dom Finn. In close, Kavovit, a bounce feed, picked up, score! Jim Morrissey gets the goal.
Again, transition lacrosse. Man advantage, there's the open man on the crease, a bad pass, but he's able to pick it up in time and get the goal off.
Well, Paul, they doubled the first man to handle it, and that allowed him to pick the ball off the floor and still have enough time.
Again, they thought they were able to stop the first man in the crease, and they doubled on him. Unfortunately, he was able to get the ball off, and Syracuse, again, getting the goal.
How do you like the view from up here?
I like the view from down below a little better, actually. On the field, that is.
Zach Thornton now in a 6-3 game. Syracuse leading. Here's Dwan, and Rozier goes low this time.
Again, Dwan, an offensive threat, as well as being a good defenseman.
In transition now. Dom Finn to the left hand. Yes!
Just a great shot by Dom Finn. Dom Finn probably has one of the most deceptive, let's look here, Dom Finn has one of the most deceptive shots in the game. He dips his shoulder, and it looks like the ball's going low, and it actually goes high. It'll make the goalie freeze just for that one instant as the ball will go over top of his stick.
And just like that, it is now 7-3. So Loyola had come downfield just about 2 minutes ago with a chance to make it a 5-4 game. Instead, Rozier has been spectacular. And here is Syracuse winning yet another faceoff. You can reach into the crease, you just can't step in. McGeaney facing pressure. Loyola about to bring it across, but there was some difficulty in getting there. Duffy now, eluding the wrap check. Now he lost it.
That was a great wrap check there.
Here comes Lockwood. Heffernan lost his stick. Lockwood behind the back. Beardsley's shot. Morrissey is there.
This is some of the best transition lacrosse that we've seen from Syracuse this year. Lockwood takes a hit here at the end. Look at that hit. He went down hard there. He's able to get the nice pass off, though.
Lockwood bounced right up, and Loyola takes a timeout.
Well, he's a big, strong guy. He's probably taken a few of those hits in his career.
The guy who hit him must have been equally strong.
I'm sure.
Man.
Either that or he's feeling it right now.
What a shot he took.
That was a great feed by Charlie as well.
Wow, it gives us time to catch our breath here.
Watch Charlie come down here with behind-the-back pass, and as soon as he gets it off, he's hit very hard. You can see it goes down hard. And there's Rick Beardsley for the underhand shot. You don't see too often by a big stick, but if anyone's going to take an underhand shot, it'll be Rick Beardsley.
That was Matt Dwan who put down Charlie Lockwood. Dwan is 6'1", 172. Charlie checks in at 6 foot, 190. Pretty good crowd, late arriving.
Very nice crowd for a Tuesday night game.
And it's a 7-3 Syracuse lead. Got to wonder if Syracuse wins this game, whether they would jump past Princeton in the polls to the #1 spot.
I'm not sure how the coaches would look at that. You know, I know that a lot of the coaches felt Princeton would stay #1 until the loss, obviously. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'd like to see Syracuse go #1.
Well, somehow I feel like they'll all be in the tournament at the end.
I have a good feeling that most of these, or at least these two teams, will be in the tournament.
They may meet yet again this year. 16 straight home wins in the Dome. Lockwood. Up top, Finn. Syracuse still will have it.
Good ball movement by Syracuse there. Draw and dump lacrosse. You can see they're drawing 2 men and then giving up the ball to the open man.
John Desko telling Casey Donegan, motioning toward the corner. Kavovit and Donegan. Kavovit again, number 15. Different defensive look they're getting this time.
Looks like Loyola is almost playing a soft zone, as it appears, just pressuring the ball.
What's the way to beat this?
Well, as you look at Syracuse, is going to try and keep the ball behind and push the sides from up top and hit the cutters from there, I think. A good skip pass tends to beat the zone most of the time.
Is that a diagonal pass?
Yeah, it's a diagonal pass.
Like that?
There you go.
Don Finn caught it, and he went upper right-hand corner for the goal.
That's the bet. You look here, obviously he doesn't make the adjacent pass. He sees Don Finn sitting wide open in the middle. Defenseman just playing a little too far away from him.
That was a heck of a pass. Donegan to Finn.
That pass had to be right on the money if Don Finn was going to catch it, and it's obviously a great pass and a good finish by Don. Good concentration with 2 defensemen around him.
Casey Donegan, a goal and an assist. Loyola dominating the faceoffs, with Syracuse leading 8-3. Ferguson wins that one, hands to Fietta. Now Eisenberg, who scored earlier. Colsey with it. Colsey still with it. Feeds in front. Oh, what a save. That was a terrific play to draw the defense over. And then he found the man in front, but a great save by McGeaney.
Again there, you'll see the skip pass across, avoiding the adjacent pass and going right through the middle to a wide open man. Usually the backside man away from the ball is going to be the open man, and Syracuse is looking for him and finding him.
Colsey lost it. Struggling to get it back. Loyola has it. Seems like they haven't been across in a couple of minutes. Heffernan has a man open down low. His shot, Lutz, not a great shot. It allowed Rozier to play the bounce easily. And no backup. Or was there? Yes, there was. Mfanudo. Heffernan spotting Radaball coming on.
Again, Loyola not taking full advantage of the good opportunities they're getting. They need to take some better shots when they get the ball in front like that. Just like that, as you can see, they're bouncing the ball high. I'm not sure. This is new turf from when I played here. It looks like it's got quite a bounce up coming off it. A lot of those shots bouncing short and high above the net.
8-3, Syracuse has scored the last 3 goals. Eisenberg had a piece of the man. And Rozier comes up with it, immediately outlets it to Eisenberg, number 7. In the middle, he goes to Hans Schmidt. He gives it up to Donegan. Step through move by Casey. Lost it. Thornton lost it. Schmidt has it. Donegan nicely to Kavovit. Off-wing pass intended for Morrissey.
Good save.
Looked for sure like it was going out. Here's Roy Colsey. Fake the behind the back pass. Rifles one. Ricochets out to the defender. And now Duffy for Loyola. Overshoots his man at Fietta, intercepts. Mark Vieta left free, tried to stuff it in a la the Gates.
Seen that move before.
Oh, can't go without the ball.
Syracuse applying some great pressure there.
Here comes Radabaugh. Down to Heffernan. Heffernan doesn't shoot very often. Heffernan has it again. Mark O'Brien, 29, is on. Mfanudo loses, but it's picked up by O'Brien, and now Radabaugh. They have 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Syracuse defense is just playing outstanding today. Great goal play as well.
Rozier's been terrific in goal. Radabaugh with Colsey on him. They feed it to Lutz. Oh, there's Rozier again. And Lutz ended up in the crease. He was pushed, however.
That time, 2 Syracuse defenders coming in. It's a lot that double team coming from the middle and preventing the Loyola player from having a good shot again.
Syracuse takes a timeout now with 3:36 to go. Paul Gates, sometimes the timeouts in lacrosse catch a casual sports fan by surprise. Why would Syracuse call a timeout in that situation?
Well, I think Syracuse just doesn't want to give up a goal with 3:36 left in the half. I think they want to probably put in some specialized defensive players for the situation and prevent them from getting a goal here.
The reason I say that is because it's not as if Loyola was on a run where they have scored 2 or 3 unanswered goals.
Watch this save Morrissey makes here coming up. Look at that, right on the line.
Wow.
Great effort.
Meanwhile, Alex Rozier has picked up 13 saves in this first half, and they have all been sensational.
He's having a great half, and he's able to read the offensive players' shots, their bodies. A lot of times the shooters will tend to give the shot away by dipping their shoulder or dropping their hands, and Rozier's been able to pick that up and see where the ball's going before it gets there.
Well, he's got a ways to go to challenge any record. Paul Bishop, who played at Syracuse in the early 70s, had a 34 in one game. 33 in another game.
I think he's happy with his play today. I mean, so far it's been his best half, and I think he'll be excited if Syracuse comes out with a low-scoring game for Loyola.
3.5 minutes to go. The lead is 8-3 in Syracuse's favor. Baxo, number 9. Lutz is number 10. Lutz is going to be doubled by Schmidt and Wittek. He gave it up. Andy Martin is handling it for the first time in the game for Loyola. They passed him off defensively, and as you can see, it wasn't much of a shot. Andy Martin again. A couple of bumps.
Good defense. Syracuse looking to slide again.
Heffernan. No, nothing doing there.
Not a very good angle to be taking that shot from.
Rozier rakes it in, sends it out.
Add one more save to that stat.
That's Beardsley with a big titanium shaft. Here's a long stick and a save by McGeaney. Chad Smith took it. Ball is outletted to nobody in particular. An unforced error of the...
I think we can see Syracuse here playing with some confidence. As you can see, we had several defensive players up in the offensive end that time, passing the ball around and trying to get each other a shot. Chad Smith able to get that one off.
Dom Finn has the ball. Kavovit working a couple of fakes without the ball away from the play. There's Finn. Nice change of direction. But the Orangemen very disciplined.
Going to settle it down here and wait till they set up the offense. And that way they know where the slide's coming from.
Running some clock. Minute 40 to go in the half. Now Lockwood outside. Look how strong he is. But he lost it on the bounce. Look at the speed. Oh, the goalie Rozier came out.
Rozier playing a little defense himself there.
Heffernan gave it up. And it's lost again. What a job by Rozier to come out of the cage.
Here it is here. If you look, the pass is made in front. He just comes out and checks the man in front of the net. Unable to pick up the ball there. Good play by Rozier.
Now we have 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Syracuse will send it to the far side of the field and try to bring it up there. Easily they get it across midfield. Tom Finn. Now Colsey gets a seam. Saved by McGeaney. Here comes the transition game with Wilson. Up ahead he goes now to Stan Ross. One of the extra defenders. Now Heffernan. Lutz behind. Lutz tried to sneak it in the back door. He could not.
Another great save.
15. Here's Rick Beardsley.
Rick there teasing one of the attacking.
Donegan left alone. He scores.
You can see he just finds him on the backside, wide open. Loyola playing the crease and not watching that backside at all. Left Casey Donegan wide open in front. Casey playing smart, not going behind the net. Just able to stick it right over the top of the goalie.
That's the second time he's gotten free with a defense losing track of him. He's a little guy, he just sneaks away, right?
Yep.
9-3.
It's not the shot you actually want to take when you're in that position. If you're standing right in front of the goalie, you probably want to shoot low, but he was able to put it past the goal anyhow.
Heffernan just does not look for a shot. Closing seconds. We had a man in the crease before the shot. Violation gives it to Syracuse, and it looks like the Orangemen will take a very comfortable 6-goal lead into the locker room at halftime.
Again, they played great, and the goalie play has been outstanding, probably the best of the year.
This is about the most disciplined I've seen a Syracuse team play in a long time. That right there might be their only mistake of this first half.
It's been a great half so far. Syracuse is just doing what they have to come out here and take the commanding lead they have.
They've been unpredictable offensively.
Yeah, Syracuse, again, they're not going to set up a offense that's going to be settled. They're going to take it one-on-one, and then obviously we can see they're making a lot of skip passes today and looking for the man on the backside. And they've been able to find him and get the passes through.
There's another timeout that you might want to expound upon. 4 seconds to go in the half.
Again, this one I'm lost on.
Is this a use it or lose it situation here?
No, I think they're going to try and get a shot off, I believe, with 4 seconds left. Try and set up some trick play where the man gets a shot in the middle somehow.
Well, you and Gary pulled off a few trick plays. What would you set up right here?
Well, I think playing against Syracuse is not a lot you're going to be able to set up here. I think they're probably just going to try a screen shot. Try and screen the goal in front and get a shot off there.
Is there anything in lacrosse, have you ever seen it like in basketball when you have to, throw the ball a long way and you just try to get it up in front of the goal area and see if somebody can
that actually
get a stick on it?
Sure, that happens quite a bit actually. Again, in a situation like this when there's 4 seconds left, that's probably what they're going to try and do is get the ball in front for the quick shot.
All right, who would throw it in?
Well, probably the man who has the ball inbounding.
Do you have a choice of who you can put out there?
Yeah, at this point they can put anybody they want out there.
All right, Loyola.
Looks like they're going to set a pick here.
And Beardsley knocked it free. So a pumped up Syracuse team heads to the locker room with a 9-3 lead against the undefeated and #1 ranked Loyola Greyhounds. We'll be back with you on our Super Sports coverage right after this. We welcome you back to the Carrier Dome at halftime. Syracuse leading Loyola 9-3. I'm Dave Cohen, along with former All-American Paul Gate, the MVP in the Indoor Lacrosse Championship a couple of nights ago, and a very impressive performance, particularly by the Syracuse goalie Alex Rozier with 15 saves.
Yeah, he's going out. He's able to read the shooters very well. A lot of the shots, he's down before the ball even gets there. I think a lot of the Loyola players are taking shots low, and he's been able to get down there, and he's playing a great game.
I don't know if it's a scouting report or just intuition that sometimes goalies have in these terrific games. And here's an example of when you make the save and transition quickly. Charlie Lockwood with it.
But again, once Syracuse gets on the transition game here, they're very hard to stop.
And Morrissey picked it off the ground and beat McGeaney for a goal that made it 6-3. Then moments later, another save, and Syracuse will come right upfield again.
As you can see, he was already on his knees before the man took the shot there, and here they are back in transition.
It's Dom Finn.
Dom Finn. Loyola is not getting back and playing good defense.
But McGeaney has stopped a number of shots, not as spectacular as has been Alex Rozier.
Well, I think the shots that he's stopping are the ones that Syracuse are taking from outside and the ones they're taking on the run. I think once Syracuse gets in within 5 yards, they're pretty much scoring every goal, whereas Loyola is having a difficulty scoring when they get in close.
Do you guys ever look at the stat sheets at halftime?
No, actually the players don't tend to look at the stat sheets. They pretty much know what they've done personally.
Okay, we'll be back with the second half as Syracuse leads #1 Loyola 9-3. It's a 6-goal lead for Syracuse at halftime, but lacrosse is a funny game. Things can turn around in a hurry. And you folks were down at halftime of your championship the other night, weren't you?
Yeah, we were down by 3 and managed to come back with a strong second half and beat Buffalo, but Loyola's got their work cut out here. They're down by 6.
And the second half is underway. Dave Signer taking the face-off for Syracuse. Actually, it's a new face-off man out there for the Orangemen this time. Number 12 is Toby Price. And here's Matt Doyle, who got a goal in the first half. Syracuse is in white, Loyola in the green. Defending on the play there for Loyola. We have an official timeout. Is Jason Foley, the defender.
Ball on the field here. Referee will get rid of that one.
Now play resumes. Eisenberg has it, number 7 for Syracuse. Zach Thornton defends him. Eisenberg gives it up in a crowd. Not a very good shot by Colsey that time.
Good pressure by the defense that time.
There's Dom Finn. Can stop on a dime. That time he lost it. But Syracuse might get it back, and Finn gets it. He feeds. It's deflected and taken away. And here's Dwan. Matt Dwan now for Loyola. Switching hands. Heffernan. They feed the crease. Saved by Rozier. He begins the second half with another excellent save. That's 16 in the game. And here's the transition.
Again, Loyola not capitalizing on their shots.
That could have got them untracked early in the second half. Good passing to set up the scoring opportunity, but they could not cash in.
It was only 5 yards away as well. Those are the kind of shots you want to get.
Syracuse has been very patient on offense. Doyle works. Taken down by Thornton off the deflection. And the outlet not handled cleanly. Syracuse is going to get it again. Eisenberg with operating room. Nice hit by Thornton. Put down Donegan. Now Foley.
Syracuse applying good pressure on the ride here, making it difficult for Loyola to clear the ball.
Wilson has it. He's out of West Genesee High School. Del Holliday handling it for one of the few times in the game. Number 14. It's been a terrific defensive effort by Syracuse. The cutter, the screen shot, Duffy. Foot race, kept in bounds. That was Lutz hacking away and coming up with it. Radabaugh knocked down, taken away by Schmidt and Beardsley. They seldom catch Beardsley from behind.
Again, Loyola not taking advantage of that 5-yard shot down the other end again, missing the net wide, and Syracuse has the ball on offense again.
Rick did his job. Now here comes Charlie Lockwood. Dom Finn. Finn in close. Oh, what a pass. That was Lacrosse at its absolute best. Finn changed directions about 6 times on a dime, and then he froze the defense. Look at that.
I think we look here, the defense concentrates more on Dom Finn. There's 4 players out on, leaves a man wide open on the crease. Loyola's going to have to pay more attention to the people on the backside and on the crease if they're going to stop Syracuse.
Dom Finn made moves out there reminiscent of Pearl Washington, where he would just freeze you.
He's got one of the quickest feet in the game. Obviously having a great ability to move around.
I think he's got 2 of the quickest feet.
Yes.
What's the call there?
Appears to be a push on the back.
Hey, don't be so quick to slide. Tommy, come here.
Here's Charlie Lockwood. This has been a different kind of game for Syracuse, but a very enjoyable one.
Syracuse is enjoying a nice lead, and they've been finding a lot of open people in the middle again, just like that.
Good job by McGeady. Dwan pressured by Lockwood. Charlie's going to take another attempt at it. Syracuse leading Loyola 10-3. Loyola only giving up just over 7 goals per game. Duffy. Oh, very nice. Very nice play. That was a shot initially. I don't think that was a pass, but on the far side, it was caught and put in.
Actually, it was a pass.
Was it?
As you can see, he passed across in front, and the other tackman was sitting wide open. The defenseman was looking to slide on the double.
That's the kid from your neighborhood, right? Holiday?
From Victoria, British Columbia. That play resembled one of the Syracuse goals tonight, obviously finding the backside man. Had several of those by Syracuse tonight.
Thornton gives it up now to Dwan. Dwan fed the cutter. Back it goes to Heffernan, playing way outside this time. Loyola a little bit out of their offense. Here comes Halliday on. Five minutes gone by in the third quarter. Each team has scored a goal. Halliday brought down. Zach Thornton. Now Radabaugh.
Crowd appreciating the defense of Syracuse there.
You think the game needs a shot clock?
I don't think the game needs a shot clock. I believe it needs more coaches like Roy Simmons who allow the players to go up there and run and gun and move the offense. I think if the offense is run properly, they're going to get a lot of shots, and probably within the same time you would have if there was a shot clock.
There's Holiday. Lutz lost his stick, lost the ball. Syracuse gets it back. Little rake job. Heffernan retakes it. Now Lutz. Lutz scores. A penalty marker is down. A flag was thrown.
Lots of good hits by Syracuse here. They come in and he's just beat inside. It's a great shot to go high against the goalie there. Looks as though one of the Syracuse players hit the attackman on the head.
Only the second time in the game Loyola, that is, has scored consecutive goals. That time Signer won the face-off. Here he comes. Fires and scores! Dave Signer.
He picks up the face-off, comes down, just takes an underhand crank here. It's a great individual effort. He's pushed from behind as he's taking the shot. Right in the bottom corner.
Only his second goal of the year, and it was a real beauty.
Put that one very tight in the corner. It's very difficult for any goalie to make that save.
Dave Signer won the face, carried it in, paid the price, got the goal. From West Genesee and Herkimer Community College. So he's played on championships at every level. And there's Signer trying to dislodge the ball from Thornton, a pair of 24s. The 11-5 Syracuse. Holiday will go one-on-one with Finn. Beardsley celebrating his defensive move.
The push on the back there by Loyola. Almost looked as though he had possession. Should have been a penalty.
Now Finn carries it across. Eisenberg streaking to the right. Donegan left. Here's the crossover. Good job by McGeaney.
Good save. Dom Finn getting off a good shot.
Donegan's had a real good game. Volpe is guarding him. Now Colsey, double team, gives it back. Donegan, a little high.
There's a flag down there. Be a push on Loyola. Cross check from behind, actually.
Paul Gate, as you watch the action here in 1994, what's different about this Syracuse team from the teams you played on? What perhaps are they not able to do as well?
Well, I think they're doing a lot of things well right now, but I think we need to see them work better as a team, just like that play right there. You can see they're looking to pass the ball a little more now. I think when they first came out and started the game, you can see they wanted to go one-on-one. Here it is here. Watch as he finds the open man again in the middle. He takes a double team. Just misses a shot. There it is. Right in the back of the net.
Dom Finn again, the finisher.
Dom Finn's very difficult to stop when he's in that range. Very deceptive shot. He brings it from behind his body.
And Syracuse wins that face-off. They have a lead of 12-5 in the game.
Syracuse seems to have picked up their face-offs in the second half.
Paul Sullivan's coming on, number 21. That's McGeaney with a save. Quick outlet, intercepted. by Lockwood. He rifles it down low. Oh, and a play by Lockwood as he sent it back to Morrissey.
That was just a great pass by Charlie Lockwood. There he is as he intercepts the ball. Athletic ability by Charlie Lockwood there, and just throws a hard rocket pass right to the attackman on the crease for the easy goal.
Wow.
I wonder if he gained some of that leaping ability from playing basketball.
I was just going to say something like that, or maybe the fact that, you know, don't turn your back on the play as you're coming up court.
Sure. Great steal.
Now in a 13-5 game. There's an answering attempt and the save by Rozier. Toby Price on the sideline. Kavovit picks it up. Fietta now to Lockwood. Charlie, that was almost like an alley-oop kind of play. You threw it and hoped the man would be there.
Again, trying to force a tight feed.
Here comes Dwan. Signer over guarding. Heffernan, he won't shoot. Seldom does. His pass to Duffy, who has to go up high to get it. Duffy trying to make the move. Wouldn't shoot it with the left hand as Lockwood chased. Syracuse midfielders having to defend behind quite a bit in this game.
Loyola trying to take advantage of the short sticks out there, maybe tire him out and get the goal from behind.
There's another one of those poor shots.
Again, bouncing it short in front of the net, just bouncing right over top.
Heffernan feeding Duffy. Fanning on the attempt was Holiday. Lockwood overran it. Mfanudo. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Good hit from behind and a late call.
Here's the feed in the middle. A hit right from behind. Good intensity by the Syracuse defense, though. Syracuse not letting the inside Loyola attackmen and midfielders get the shot off, as you can see that last play.
Change of direction by Duffy. Lockwood lost him, but he got help from Schmidt. They send it up top. Swirling dervish move. Heffernan sends it low. Oh, Rozier got it right in the midsection.
Another great save by Rozier. Just playing the angle that time. Taking away all the net. Left the player nothing else to shoot at there.
Fietta now. Beersley wants the ball, but now he'll head back across. We have an offsides call. So possession, well, we'll switch over to Loyola. Oh, and coming out was Rozier to flatten the Loyola player.
That'll be a penalty, hitting him from behind.
Derek Radabah was flattened by Rozier. So we'll get a new man in goal. Garrett Esposito manning the nets now. And a career backup coming on here with 3:55 to go in the third quarter. 13-5 Syracuse. Thornton. There's a shot. Saved by Garrett Esposito.
And Loyola taking that shot a little too far out.
Whittick on the sideline. Now the crowd is really pumped. Whittick comes in. He scores! No, it was the side of the cage. Or was it?
He's running down the far side here. Just going to take an underhand shot and see where the ball goes. Ball's right in the back of the net. It's a good goal. Good individual effort.
Mike Whittick does indeed get the goal. Number 1 on the season. Rozier is back. Esposito exits with 1 save. Syracuse leads 14-5, and they have the ball back. There was no face-off after that goal. Did we have a penalty?
I guess they did disallow it. The ball did appear to be outside the net after all.
That one's saved by McGeaney. I was beginning to doubt my eyes even on the replay when you said that was in there.
Well, from the angle we had, it appeared though the ball had gone in the net and the refs agreed. And then they changed the call. Took the goal off the board.
So it is 13-5. They had posted it on the scoreboard, which made things even more convincing. Chad Smith behind the back. Colsey hit the deck. Syracuse kept it in play. Holiday has it, number 14, with Colsey on him. Shots all even in the game at 37 apiece.
Got a slashing penalty on Syracuse here.
Loyola has dominated the faceoffs 13-7. Extra man opportunity coming up now for Loyola with 2:29 to go in this third quarter.
They're setting a 2-1-3 now. I imagine they'll be changing that in the rotation. There it is, the man goes behind.
Thornton couldn't handle it. Somebody stepped across the midfield line. And you can tell from the reaction of the crowd it was Syracuse. This is the Loyola extra man opportunity. This is Holiday. Flags fly again. 1 minute penalty coming up against Chad Smith.
Just missing the stick and hitting the head with Del Holiday there.
43. Big Mike Smiley is coming in. 6'6" and 220 pounds.
One big guy.
And there's the goal. Holiday gets it. Top shelf on the extra man opportunity.
Very difficult to defend. So here he's just going to throw the ball down and across the cage.
Syracuse down 2 men there.
2 men down. Very difficult to stop.
Del Holiday. Zach Thornton to take the face with Toby Price. Could this be a violation against Syracuse?
It is again.
Bill Durgell is the coach for one of the assistant coaches for Loyola. Great face-off man at Syracuse. You suppose he's taught some techniques to them?
I'm sure he has. He was one of the best and won a national championship here in '88 in Syracuse, and I'm sure he's taught these young players a lot.
Holiday again. Nobody picked him up.
Again, they're looking in the middle here now, just as Syracuse was earlier, finding people open.
13-7.
Have a look here as you see Del Holiday get open in the middle. There he is, cut between two SU players. They had their backs turned, they were watching the ball, and Del Holiday just ran right between them. Was able to get the ball and be in great position to shoot.
And he really planted that foot just outside the crease. At no point in this game has Loyola scored 3 consecutive goals, Paul.
Well, I think that's why they're losing right at this point. They need to get on a run here. The game of lacrosse is based on runs, scoring runs. Syracuse is probably one of the best at going on a run.
This is Mark O'Brien, 29. Syracuse has almost shut down completely the one-on-one game. Here's Zach Thornton, and Signer took it away.
Great wrap check by Signer.
The Orange in transition. Some big sticks on this break. Kavovit 15. See Chad Smith coming out of your picture now, 43. 5 seconds in the quarter. Nice save by McGeaney on the shot by Morrissey, and that'll do it. We've completed 3 in the Dome. And Syracuse leads number 1 Loyola 13-7. We're coming back to the Dome right after these words. Back with you now for the start of the 4th quarter. Dave Cohen along with Paul Gate. 13-7 is the Syracuse lead. Loyola has not lost a game this year. They come in ranked number 1. Syracuse has dominated this game from the get-go, though the shot totals are identical, and the same for ground balls, clears, and it's hard to detect that Syracuse has the commanding lead as you look at the stats after 3.
I think Syracuse shooting has just been a little better than Loyola's.
Zach Thornton with the ball now. Down by 6 with a quarter to go. Do you have to pick up the pace and try to get some quick goals?
I think at this point they still have a little bit of time to settle down, and as you can see, that's what they're doing here.
Toby Price is the defender.
They'll take their time here, go one-on-one.
Not much movement in front. Thornton checked up high.
Again, that time they got the shot they wanted. Just here it is here. Makes a nice one-on-one move here. Gets around them. Will hold. Be a penalty for that, and then right off the pipe.
Wasn't there a game in which you were the backup goalie for Syracuse at one point? Was it down at Cornell, as I recall?
Well, I started out playing field lacrosse as a goalie, so Roy Simmons always told me that if all our goalies got hurt or they were out of the game, that I'd be the next one in, so there may have been a point.
Extra man opportunity for the team in green, the dark uniforms, Loyola. And Loyola, as you see, twice before in the game has been successful.
Taking advantage of the backside.
Oh, look at that. Fietta came on. They knocked the helmet right off the head of Zach Thornton. That'll make the highlight film. Somebody's supposed to let you know, right?
definitely a hit from behind. See what kind of call they make here, with possession or without.
It looks like without possession. Teams are equal. Syracuse has the lead of 13-7. Opening 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Baxo against Fietta. Flag is down again. Play on situation. The attempt stops the clock. Holiday.
Again, Dal Holiday getting open in front of the net again. Just unable to put that one in.
This time we get a holding call. And
here's a feed across the cage, which seems to be the most popular feed for them today. It's worked well for them.
Fietta called for holding. You saw it early in that play as he had the stick up around the neck. So now once again an extra man opportunity for Loyola. Over the head of Heffernan. Wittick golfs it down. Wilson picks it up. Heffernan catches it. Sean Heffernan. He's a senior from Cockeysville, Maryland. Sean is. There's a goal, and Holiday gets it.
Seems to be they're just looking for Holiday in the middle. He's doing a good job of getting open.
Now, he must have been a young kid when all of you were back in British Columbia.
He was, and watch him make the cut here. Again, the Syracuse defender is just behind him. Put that shot right on the pipe. Very difficult to stop.
Do you have any older brothers you might have played with? Or
actually, I have had a chance to play with Dale Holiday back in Victoria just a couple of years ago in 1991 during the summer, actually.
I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about brother Gary, where he is, what he's up to.
Gary's living down in Baltimore, the head coach of the University of Maryland women's team, currently ranked #1, undefeated.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's doing a good job down there. He intends to make it to the women's Final Four. Who knows, he could end up with a ring in men's and women's.
3 goals for the first time in the game consecutively for Loyola. Holiday has them all. In fact, he scored the last 4. 13-8 is the score. Still about 12 minutes to go. Baxo doubled on the ground, but picked up, vacuumed in by Heffernan. He directs it right back there. Loyola put both of their men's and women's basketball teams in the NCAA tournament. Their soccer team made it to the final 16, the Sweet 16, and their lacrosse teams ranked #1, men's and women's. So they've had a banner year at Loyola of Maryland.
Loyola getting off a good shot there, just missing wide.
Here's Brian Duffy, brought to his feet on the takeaway, and the pop-up move by Finn. He overshoots his man. Wittick knocked down. Or is that Chad Smith? In any event, Baxo has it for Loyola. Now you can sense Loyola getting a little momentum here. They keep possession. Here's a nice job by Rozier.
Loyola applying pressure here.
Andy Martin. And getting dumped was Duffy. Colsey in the midfield area. Flag is down. It's a play on. Colsey going left. Colsey shoots. Save. Now the whistle to stop play. Andy Martin gets the penalty. So Syracuse now will have the extra man opportunity.
Here's a look at that penalty here.
What did they call that? Illegal body check?
Yeah, I believe so.
Skip lane, skip lane.
Does Syracuse have a favorite extra man play, Paul?
Yes, they do. They have a favorite play where they go from a 1-3-2 into a 2-3-1.
That was not it.
That was definitely not it.
Wouldn't you say that? Go from 1-3-2 to a
2-3-1.
Well, who's going to end up with the shot?
Charlie Lockwood, most likely. Well, they're running the opposite. Look for Roy Colsley here.
Finn got the pipe. Now Colsey has it. Lockwood's right in front. Backed up nicely by Doyle. McGeaney saved the first one. Kavovit went behind the back. Duffy almost tripped. Here comes Loyola with Dwan. The Greyhounds moving it quickly. And Rozier saved it. Beardsley now. He behinds the back. Crowd loves this, don't they?
Good transition both ways. Syracuse takes advantage of it. Watch this. Right behind the back pass. Downfield. Just a good underhand feed. Tom Finn's right open right in front.
That was Syracuse lacrosse at its finest. A little mustard at the beginning of the behind the back pass and the finish.
They are the best at transition lacrosse.
14-8 is Syracuse's lead. That's our time remaining in the game, 9 minutes.
Good hit there.
That time the price was not right.
Listen to the sound of this. Takes a pretty hard hit here. Appeared to be a good check, but the referee didn't call it that way.
What I want to know is, how do you guys get up and go to class the next day?
Well, you hope you wear the right pads. Hopefully you have enough and it doesn't feel as bad as it looks.
Extra man opportunity now for Loyola. Duffy, Heffernan. Rozier stopped it. A little too high by Hans Schmidt.
I think Loyola would like to take a better shot than that.
I think your brother Gary told me he didn't wear shoulder pads most of the time. He put them on once in the Final Four for the first time in the season, maybe his career.
Well, that's right. We actually didn't wear shoulder pads, but nowadays they're mandatory. So I think most of the players, or all of the players out here, will be wearing them.
Now, why would you not wear them?
We believed it inhibited our movement. We thought we could be more agile and faster without them.
Syracuse 14, Loyola 8. Heffernan. Zach Thornton brought down. Chad Smith does protest.
Here's a look at that penalty here. Just called for the hold, dragging him down by the arm.
So another opportunity with the extra man for Loyola. Only 2 out of 6 in the game. What do you consider a good percentage?
A good percentage would be right around 50%. A great percentage would be anything higher than that.
Right now they're 33%, and they just lost it. We're going to have a timeout taken by Loyola now with 7.5 minutes to go in this game. Syracuse has the 14-8 lead. And don't forget the UMass Minutemen take on the Orangemen in our next offering from Super Sports. Paul, what do you have coming up? Summertime activities in the way of lacrosse.
Well, this year Gary and I are playing with Team Canada in the World Games, which go on over in England. We also run several summer camps. Actually, we're having one at Cortland State this year, June 25th through 29th. So we'll be back in the area for that. And then we also have some down in Philadelphia, Baltimore, downstate New York.
How does Canada stack up in the World Games?
Canada is lacking a little defense. Obviously, most of the Canadian players are box lacrosse players, and all very good at offense, but unfortunately lack the skills with the big sticks. So it's probably our weakest area.
Who's the favorite?
I believe USA is favored again.
Any folks in this game likely to play in that one?
Actually, I believe Charlie Lockwood is playing for Team USA. Roy Colesland is. USA is always very strong.
Let's see, who are the other nations involved? England?
England, Australia, Japan, Canada.
Iroquois Nation have a team this year?
Iroquois does have a team.
That's Mark Fietta on the gallop. Wilson comes over to meet him. Intended for Colsey, but Beardsley intercepted it. It's an amazing sport that tempers don't flare more often.
It's a gentleman's game. Here's a look at that last play. See what happened here, what kind of hit. There it is, you can see, just hit him right up in the head. And Rick Beardsley getting back in his face. It's a gentleman's sport, like I was saying earlier. Tend not to be a lot of fights.
Tend not to be a lot of fights.
Yes. Though I can remember playing Loyola in 1990 in the championship, and there seemed to be some kind of fight break out there.
Right before the game, and then a fight in the game.
Yep, 2 fights actually in one game. Loyola that year was a very intense team.
We have 2 on number 40. Okay, the second one. We got the illegal body check. We also have a 30-second push. Okay, this was a minute and a half on number 40 for Green. Minute and a half, okay?
So Brian Volpe goes off for a minute and a half. There's Dave Pietromala in the lower portion of the screen, the great defender at Hopkins.
He'll also be on the USA team this year. Probably still the best defenseman in the world. Was the world MVP last time, 1990.
One man, a minute and a half, you lost
There's always a debate or two in a lacrosse game.
Most coaches want an explanation of every call. Dave Cottle felt he didn't have the correct explanation.
We have 7:15 to go in the game. 14-8 is the score. Syracuse has led right from the start. Loyola has not lost a game this season.
In hole. In hole. In hole. In hole. Number 10.
This is the 7th meeting all time between these schools. Syracuse winning 5 of them. Loyola's victory in overtime last year down in Baltimore. And the debate continues. Brian Duffy left the field.
Syracuse will be 2-man up here now.
So a 2-man advantage. 6 attackers against 4 defenders. Kavovin. Syracuse will not score initially, and they lose the ball, as a matter of fact. Loyola, Mfon Udo. He scores! What an unlikely time for Loyola to get a goal.
2-man down, they're able to score there. Syracuse pressuring the ball up floor. Here he is running down. Just takes the outside shot. High bouncer to the top corner. They've been missing that shot all night.
That looked like it would be one of the easier shots for Rozier to handle, but that one got by him. 14-9. 6:27 to go. Toby Price to face off. Out there against Brian Harrington, new face-off man. Loyola, Dwan going to the right hand. Bad pass.
Trying to do too much as a big stick.
Made the good move, then tried to throw it back across the grain with that big stick.
It's a tough feed for a man with a short stick, let alone a long stick.
Yeah. Up in the air a long time on Schmidt. Colsey taken down.
It'll be a possession call.
Chad Smith with Colsey to his right. Instead he goes left to Donegan. Right about now, do you want to run some clock if you're Syracuse?
I think Syracuse would like to slow it down and actually have some time of possession here. Most of their goals have been coming on fast breaks, and they haven't had a lot of time with the ball in the offensive end, so they may try and slow it down here.
Well, if you're Loyola now, do you sense that, and what are you trying to do to counteract it? Do you double team the man with the ball?
I think you're going to see them pressure the ball, and then when the man gets near the net, they're going to try and double.
And Donegan's killed off about 30 seconds now.
They are slowing it down here, you can see.
Yeah, they don't want to force the action. Almost a whole minute taken off the clock on this possession. There's the double team. They got rid of it. Now the referee warning them to keep it in the box, right?
Yes. Syracuse was called for stalling there, so they had to keep it in the box.
Perhaps an opportunity now. Dwan comes away with it with 4.5 to go. Heffernan. Loyola not really looking to force the action.
I think you'll see them go one-on-one pretty soon here. Try and get a good shot or maybe feed the middle.
Thornton is the man making the move.
Call for the ward. Don't see too many ward calls nowadays.
Why is that?
They're letting the play go. Considerably, it speeds up the game, obviously. Makes it a little faster.
2-on-1. Donegan overran it. We're under 4 minutes to go now. Heffernan threw that one a little bit behind. Baxo. First indoor game in Loyola lacrosse history. Rozier sends it up to the breaking Charlie Lockwood, who dribbled it a time or two. He's cranking and firing.
Hit his own player in front there.
Let's see, has Lockwood scored a goal in this game? No, he has not. Colsey has 1 goal. Stan Ross, number 30. There's Rozier one more time.
Another good save. Let's see if Syracuse will slow it down here or continue on with the fast break.
23 saves for Rozier. 2.5 to go. Ross with it. Playing catch with Dwan, has handled the ball an awful lot tonight. So is Heffernan. There's a score by Lutz. Double figures for Loyola. Their 10th goal of the game.
Here's a look here as the big stick brings it down and just in a fast break situation. It's a good shot, puts it past him. Different angle here. Bottom far corner. It's where you want to shoot from that angle.
.222 to go, and the final score could look like a much closer game than it really was.
Yeah, Syracuse came out strong in the first half. Kind of slowing down now.
Fewest goals Syracuse scored this year in a game was 12. Last 3 games, they've had 28, 22, and 21.
Look for Loyola here to force the shot.
That's Lutz looking for a screen, but he couldn't find one. Baxo, played by Finn. Finn, nice check to take it away.
Good wrap check there.
Upfield, he goes to the big man, Chad Smith. Yes!
Chad Smith finds the bottom corner here.
A big man who can score, his 6th goal of the year.
Well placed shot right in the bottom corner. Syracuse has a lot of long sticks that can score.
15-10. We have a timeout with 1.5 minutes to go, taken by Loyola.
Loyola needs to get back in their offensive mode here. Start thinking about scoring some goals.
Chad Smith is a junior, by the way, from Baldwin, New York on Long Island. He's a big man who can really wield that big stick as an offensive weapon.
Yeah, he has a very good stick. Several of the Syracuse defensemen, actually all of them, have very good sticks and can all put the ball in the corners, which is what you need to do to score.
Paul Gay, what's the future of the Major Indoor Lacrosse League?
Well, here's a shot here. You can see it's just placed right in the bottom corner. Hip side, that's where you want to shoot it. Good shot. Future of the Indoor Lacrosse League, well, it's they're expanding next year, adding 2 more teams. I'm not sure exactly where, but you know, it's important for the league to expand. ESPN2 is going to cover it again. ESPN will also be doing more games next year, so slowly getting some more exposure.
How many years you figure you can play this sport?
Well, there's some guys in there now that are 37 years old, so I'm just 27. I don't know if that means they're 10 for me, but you know, at least till I'm 30.
That's the time remaining in the game. And after that, the nation will no longer have an undefeated Division I lacrosse team.
A push on the back there.
Mark Fietta was the man who got bumped. This is the most goals Loyola has allowed this season. Fietta against Dwan. McGeeney's gone all the way in goal for Loyola. Syracuse figured they had a score to settle, and they have pretty much done that. Here's the double team. They take it away from Kavovit. Wilson throws it upfield, and Andy Martin on the sideline couldn't keep it in. Charlie Lockwood hasn't scored yet. Won't score right now. Eisenberg runs it down. 42 seconds to go.
The Syracuse ball on the push from behind.
Syracuse keeps it with the backup on the shot by Paul Carcaterra. A lot of whistles in this final half minute of the game, and Syracuse takes a timeout with 27 seconds left. What's this about?
Well, I can see they're starting to put some of the other players in now that haven't played much this game, so maybe they're just trying to get some more players in, get them some time while they're playing the #1 team in the country.
And with that timeout, some of the faithful head for the exits. Nice to know there's no snow out there anymore.
Very nice. It's been a tough winter all around. I've been doing a lot of traveling in the snow, and it's been difficult.
The UMass Minutemen next in the Dome, next in our Super Sports schedule. Good crowd tonight, 8,854. That's our vantage point. We have 27 seconds to go. I don't see too many new names and faces or numbers out there for Syracuse. Kavovit is being double teamed.
Actually, it looks like they went back to some of their starters again. Roy Colesley's back in there.
Now the countdown can begin. Duffy at midfield. Syracuse 15, Loyola 10. The Orangemen will go to 9-1. Exclamation point by Roy Colsey as time runs out. So Syracuse has knocked off the nation's #1 team 16-10, and we'll be back to wrap this one up right after these words. Syracuse knocks off #1 Loyola. Paul Gate, does this look like a team capable of repeating as champion?
They certainly did tonight. I thought they went out there. Transition game was in top-notch form, and their defense played great. Outstanding goalkeeping as well.
Rozier, the star of the game, 23 saves. McGeaney had 21. Del Halliday, 4 goals for Loyola. Dom Finn, 4 for Syracuse. And we remind you the next game here on Super Sports, Massachusetts against Syracuse. Now speaking for Paul Gate, this is Dave Cohen. Thanks for joining us. This has been a presentation of Super Sports and Adelphia Cable Communications.